Hey everybody, coming at you with another video, and I've got quite a few things to show, some of the recent PSA graded pickups that I've acquired. And I wanted to start over here, show you a couple of Hall of Fame autographs that I've been looking to get for some time, notably the Don Drysdale auto. I've been looking to get that for some time. I was able to get it for a decent price on these Hall of Fame placards, him and Al Kaline. And then down here, another player that I collect, the Hoyt Wilhelm autograph there. And then also this 1972 Pro Star production or promotions of Juan Marichal. Cool card of him and that high leg kick that he's so known for. And a near mint 7. Been looking to get that card for some time as well. They come up every once in a while. Then on here to the standard size cards. I've been working on my Drysdale collection a little bit, as you'll see. VGX4 for this 1961 Post serial. Then for my Jim Bunning collection, I got a lot of 68 stuff here in some nice grades. This is a near mint 8 ERA leaders with Bunning and also Phil Niekro in there, 2 Hall of Famers. Then this is a pretty famous card, this 68 Tom Seaver All-Star Rookie. This one is VGX. It's solid. Obviously, you can tell the naked eye there, the centering left to right is off. And that's why it's a VGX, but still a solid card. I just wanted to get this card to have it in hand. This could be kind of a placeholder. I might get it in a nicer grade, but for now, I'm just content with the 4. Didn't pay a whole lot for it. Didn't want to pay a whole lot for it. And then in a previous video, I talked about the differences between these 68 checklist second series and third series, or first series, excuse me. This is the one that came out in the first series because it has the tan wide mesh there. If you can see that. Beautiful card, a little off center. That's why it's a near mint 7. And then a couple really nice near mint to mint 8s here. The Drysdale from 68 and the Harmon Killebrew as well. And continue on with another Killebrew from 1970. His RBI leaders he shares with Reggie Jackson down there. And here's a nice little card. I've been looking to get this card for some time as well, maybe up to 5 years. Almost won it in near mint 7 years ago, and the prices on these just keep going up as the popularity for 71 goes up and up as well. And 71, Hank Aaron, beautiful card. This one's a little off center left to right, but not bad for an excellent to mint 6 there. And then a couple other cards for guys that collect, a Lou Brock Leaders card. And then this is the last card for Lambda Cepeda, his 1974 Topps and a near mint to mint 8. Moving on, the last true vintage baseball card, I could say, is this 75 earned run average leaders with a Catfish Hunter. And then over here, depending on how you feel, 94 Flair, Wave of the Future 2, Focus Alex Rodriguez. I like Alex Rodriguez in the sense that the numbers he put up are undeniable, and I like to follow him. I'm a Mariners fan. He started with the Mariners. They drafted him as the #1 pick back in '94, and I think he's had a Hall of Fame career. I mean, obviously the steroid issue and all that is huge. So in some people's eyes, he's not worthy. But just look at his numbers. He's put up some amazing numbers, and you have to admit he's been one of the most talented baseball players of all time. Drugs aside. And down here, love these SI Greats of the Game from '99. Got a Vita Blue, who was a really dominant pitcher in the early '70s for those great Oakland A's teams. And then this is my first Bryce Harper PSA graded card. I just picked this up, didn't pay a whole lot for it. But looking at the card, it's probably got a little bit of surface issues. But obviously, people are going to send these cards in with the hopes of getting a near mint to mint 8. You know, they're expecting it in Jim mint 10, and it's got definitely really good eye appeal. But it's got kind of like, I don't know if it's some roller streaks or some scratching on it just going down this way on the card. I don't know if something that can be cleaned off with one of those microfibers or not, but I'm just going to keep it here in this near mint to mint 8 case just because it's a cool card. And then a non-baseball card, but a really cool item that I found and picked up at a Buy It Now. This 1936, I think it's Carreras Ltd. So these were just little inserts inserted into packs of cigarettes. And this one's of the great Jamie Doolittle, if you've ever heard of the Doolittle Raiders. Pretty famous in our response to the attacking of Pearl Harbor. If you see the movie Pearl Harbor, they cover it quite extensively. But Jamie Doolittle, a great American airman, And this is a really cool card of him. Focused him, he calls him Captain Doolittle. Shows him some of his exploits. And the back of the card is also very cool with a nice little write-up on him. It's a set of 50. It says famous airmen and airwomen. And that from 1936. Then on to a couple other beautiful items. I love these 55 Bowman football cards, just the color. And the imagery of it takes you back to a different time for sure. Look at this. This is Ray Wachetta, I believe. I might be butchering that. Apologize. But he was actually known as a pretty solid coach. I think he was the offense coordinator for those great Green Bay Packers teams that were coached by Vince Lombardi. And then over here, Hall of Fame quarterback Norm Van Brocklin. And an excellent men's six. And even both these cards, they have better eye appeal than their grades. That excellent men's six there for the Van Brocklin, that looks like it could be a near mint easy. It's got good corners, not bad centering, and the colors on that are just amazing for a card from 1955. Clearly not in a child collection. That was probably somebody that an adult had had for years. And then on here, 1956 Topps, Leo the Lion, Leo Nomelini, excuse me, a Hall of Fame offensive lineman. All three of these guys, part of the greatest generation, all served. Ray was in the Marine Corps. He was an officer. Norm Van Brocklin served in the Army during World War II. And Leo was a Marine as well. So these guys, I mean, not just great football players, but great Americans, served in a time when it was considered your public duty to serve World War II era. And then lastly, moving on to a couple more modern football cards for my Joe Montana collection. This Montana glossy send-in and a near mint to mint 8. That's just a cool looking card from '84. And then his 89 score, Joe Montana. You know, to look at the popularity of Joe Montana, it's card number 1. And really, in 1989, Joe Montana was, he was the most popular football player. He was the Tom Brady of that day. And then people could say Bo Jackson. Joe Jackson was probably the most popular athlete because he was probably better at baseball than football back then. But Joe Montana, he set the bar. He set the standard as a football player back in the late 80s. And that's a cool card and a mint 9. And then the last item I have here is not actually PSA, but it's SGC. And it's a Kobe Bryant rookie card from 1996-97. It's a 92, which equates to a PSA 8.5. Really solid card, good centering. Really sharp looking card. And the question I have is, why is Kobe Bryant stuff so cheap? I know he's had some scandal in his career. Maybe that just drawn some fans away from him. But if you look at what a LeBron James rookie card goes for, just a base, not even a chrome, and what a Kobe Bryant rookie card in the same grade go for, it's like a tenth of the price. And I'm like, is Kobe Bryant a tenth of the player LeBron James was? Hey, I'm a fan of LeBron James. He's an awesome player. Don't get me wrong, but how quickly we forget Kobe Bryant's greatness and all the championships he won. I mean, he's only been retired for a couple years now, but I mean, going out, would he put like 60-something points up his last game? But just a great player, and I think that's a card that, or Kobe Bryant cards in general, there's still a lot of value to be had there as a great player who right now is not, his cards don't reflect that in their price. But that's me getting off my soapbox now. Once again, everybody, I appreciate your posts and comments, and I will talk to you again later. Bye.